anything. They haven't turned them all into scores, but they've definitely put together some multi-play drives for some serious yardage today.
Yep. This will be a huge one if they can score here, as I said, and get this to within 7 points shortly after the start of the fourth quarter.
They're measuring for a first down, and they're just a little bit short. So it's going to be a 3rd and 1. Big 3rd and 1 here. Pitch to Sparks across the 5 and across the goal line. Touchdown from 7 yards out, Sparks. And another very impressive drive. That brings the score to 29-21. Definitely closing in. 9:38. Plenty of time left. Pending the extra point. The extra point can bring us to 7. And they will just kick the single extra point. Kick is up and good. Bringing the score to 29-22. Let's go ahead and take a look at that touchdown run by Sparks again.
Same play that we've seen him run all day, just that toss and get 4 or 5 people out in front there. Do an excellent job of blocking. Sparks does a nice job of running hard. And that one probably would have scored from a long ways away.
Rampart bunched in tight as it was 4th and 1. And as we see so many times, once you break the initial line of scrimmage, it's all you.
You've got a lot of room to run.
56 yards on that drive in 9 plays. Monarch has definitely shown that capability today. For the touchdown and a 29-22 deficit now, just 7. Rampart up. But they get the ball back, and their offense should be fairly fresh. Phantom kickoff from earlier today, but this is back to regular action. Squib kick taken by Seegers at the 10, out over the 20, over the 25, over the 30, over the 35, and out about the 38-yard line. Finally coming over there to help on the tackle is number 25, that's Brent Sohn.
Nice
very
stiff
big
arm.
Return, 23 yards. Or 28 yards.
Yeah, that puts Rampart in some pretty good field position here to start this possession. Now this possession is huge for the Rams. They need to get something out of this to do 2 things. Number 1, keep their defense off the field that is no doubt rather tired after giving up a 10-play drive, essentially.
Face mask penalty to boot.
Add to it, that's right.
And that's going to add 15 yards to that and start this possession at the 47-yard line.
They
Monarch.
They want to keep their own defense off the field and take some of the starch out of Monarch.
Throwing deep down the right side.
He's got an open man.
With Andrew Seegers at the 20 and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Boom, 32-yard play to Seegers in the air. So much for taking time off the clock.
Well, time isn't a factor yet. They don't really care a whole lot about taking time off the clock. They just want to move the ball, hopefully score, put some more cushion between them and the Coyotes. The more I see Levander Seegers, the more I am reminded of Dexter Wynn.
Nathan Gibson looking good through the air today. Rounds out up the middle from the 12.
I'm thinking this might
down
come
to
back,
about the
though.
7.
I think we got a Ram in movement up on the line of scrimmage, so I think this one is going to come back.
And they do appear to be bringing it back.
False start blue.
False start blue. That's going to back them up.
Make it 1st and 15. Yeah, earlier in the year when we saw Rampart, I know Seegers does an awful lot in I was on the other end of an all-career day by Dexter Wynn in the state championship 2 years ago. Saw Dexter do just about everything that he wanted and was asked of him.
1st and 15 from the 19 for the Rams. Here's Seegers on an end around. Inside the 10, fighting for yards, down to the 9, picks up 10.
And after seeing Levander play earlier in the season, I knew Levander was pretty multi-dimensional, but I didn't think he was quite where Dexter was. And now I'm seeing more of him, and I'm not so sure he's every bit of what Dexter Wynn was. The only thing I haven't seen Levander do as effectively, although he did throw a pass earlier for a big gain, is throw a really pretty ball.
2nd and 5 from the 9. The pitch to Henderson around the right side.
Oh, nice block by Ronzon. Nice block by Ronzon there.
And down at the 4-yard line, pick up a 5, should be close to a first down. We should be down about 6 minutes halfway through this 4th quarter. Rampart clinging to a 7-point lead. While they're measuring, let's take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is the quarterfinals on Adelphia Channel 4.
The alternate experiment.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're PAX 217.
We're Stereo Deluxe.
Hi, we're Salvador.
Hey, we're Laredo.
Sundry.
Guy Park.
We're out of Eden.
This is the POV, and you're watching Alternate Experiment.
We came here to rock this jam. Open the floodgates.
The alternate experiment transmitted weekdays at 3:30 and 11 on Adelphia Cable 4.
Brownstown giving the ball up the middle on what was a 3rd and 1 from the 4. He picks up 3 down to the 1-yard line, where it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, pick up that all-important first down here.
Four cracks at
a big
touchdown to put you up by 2 touchdowns again. Very impressive, fast-moving drive. Marcus Henderson across the yellow line, touchdown Rampart.
Just follow his fullback Ronzon into the hole there. Ronzon does a nice job of slobber knocking a linebacker, and Henderson can just kind of fall across the goal line for the touchdown.
Sometimes those 1-yard runs are the hardest, aren't they?
Sometimes you get everybody jammed up in there. There's not a lot of room to move. You just gotta. This is when football becomes its fundamental, most basic. Just kind of lower your head and everybody shove on something.
Marcus Henderson with his 2nd touchdown of the day, matching that by Levander Seegers. Extra point is down and good. Kicking that is Adam Fowler. Let's take a look at that touchdown, that 1-yard run by Marcus Henderson one more time. There you see 8:08 left in the quarter, 36-22.
They just double down on that right side, lead with not a bad block by not a particularly big kid, and that's Levander Seegers, and then Ronzon in the hole, and Henderson follows him through there.
How important is it to stress to your wide receiver kids, no matter how big they are, just get in somebody's way?
Get in somebody's way and keep moving your feet.
36-22, 8:08 left here in the 4th quarter. Somebody goes home, somebody goes on. Rampart with a 14-point lead with 8 minutes left. Stifling some of the Monarch momentum.
Very much so. That was a huge drive by the Rams. Monarch had everything going for them. They'd clawed back into this one, made it a 7-point game, and Rampart answers, taking the ball the length of the field and scoring and making it a 14-point game again. That's championship caliber football right there. Is you put together a drive like that and answer when you have to.
Seegers up on the ball. Levander Seegers has run a mile
approach
across the 20 and out to the 25. That's number 24, Neil Martin. And 24-yard line, that's where Monarch will start this drive. We normally back on that return was the freshman Bill Hill, but he got the wind knocked out of him pretty good on that last return.
He got whacked pretty good on the last one, that's right.
But that was Neil Martin, a 5'10 sophomore, or 5'11", 150 pounds. 1st and 10 from the 24. Arlington wheels around to the right, throws out here to the side. Oh! Big catch by Martinez. And he balls up in the air.
Up in the air.
Who came down with it? Martinez was hit at the 40. The ball popped up in the air. It was a jump ball at the 48. And the officials are signaling that somebody for
Monarch came
down with it. And getting off the bottom of the pile, let's see who that is. 54. As we're scurrying through our numbers right now. That's Matt Kobler. But a huge 24-yard pickup for Martinez and Kobler. Now the pitch back to Sparks. Breaks some tackles, gets across the 45 of Rampart down to the 43.
Well,
big 9-yard pickup on that carry.
Certainly Monarch hasn't given up on this thing yet, even after the Rampart touchdown.
Down at the Rampart 43 and back in business. Arlington under center and comes away. Timeout Rampart. While we've got this timeout on the field, let's pay a few more bills. Let's take a break. You're watching the 4A Playoffs quarterfinal action on Adelphia Channel 4.
We're living in a high-tech world, and Bertram's office products will lead you into the digital revolution with office equipment designed to progress with today's business world. Digital printers, digital copiers, laser faxes, and more. We're locally owned and operated, so you'll get guaranteed service and delivery within 4 hours and superior savings. And we'll keep the money within our community to keep our own economy strong. Bertram's Office Products, 3004 North Nevada. We're in business to help your business succeed.
Welcome back to this 4A matchup between Rampart and Monarch. Currently it's 36-22 Rampart, but Monarch once again is on the move. Oh, and there's motion on the right side of the line.
I sure thought so, but they let him play on.
Firing downfield is Arlington, and they're going to get a flag. Good coverage down there, but they said a little bit too much.
Yeah, I thought it was good coverage. He had good position. He must have had a hand on him or something.
Sparks the intended receiver down about the 17-yard line. The Ram in coverage never turned his head, just kept running, trying to keep up.
Pass interference, blue.
Well, and I think you're right. I think Monarch got away with a quick start on the offensive line there.
It was just announced here at the stadium that Mitchell lost. We'll try to dig up a score on that game. They were over on the western slope today. Arlington with the pitch back to Spears. Ball was spotted at the 27. Spears is ahead to the 26. For a pickup of 1. Or Sparks, not Spears. My apologies. Tyler having himself quite the game. He splits out wide now. Single back is Peterson. Twins right, but they throw the left to Grubich, and he's got the catch down at the 12, and he's finally run out of bounds at the 8-yard line. A gain of 16 on the play down to the 8-yard line. We understand from our people outside of our luxury suites here that it's starting to get extremely cold down on the field. We hope they're all bundled up. First and goal from the 8. Sparks given the ball, and he's ahead to about the 6-yard line. Let's call it, gain of 2.
Nice job there by number 9 Chaz Clay by the Rams, able to submarine that and cause Sparks to kind of bounce around, and that allowed some of Clay's buddies on the Rampart defense to finish that one off.
2nd and 8 from the 6. Same pitch to Sparks. Hemmed up in the backfield, breaks through and in for a touchdown. Just like that, Sparks in from 6. Had several chances to get him in the backfield. With a big chance was Pat Robinson. 6 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The score is now 36-28, pending the extra point.
What was I saying earlier about this probably being a low-scoring game? I was wrong.
6 plays, 76 yards, aided by a couple of big plays. The big Martinez catch and then fumble as the extra point is good. Let's see if we'll take a look at that touchdown run by Tyler Sparks. The big plays on this drive, a 24-yard pass, catch, fumble, and recovery on the first play that took the ball out to midfield. And then Grubich with the big catch and a couple of Sparks. And here's the final one by Sparks. There's 27. Robinson with his hands on Sparks. Another Ram we can't see down below had a shot at the waist and couldn't make the stop. And into the end zone with the extra point. That makes it 36-29. There you see it, 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Plenty of time left. Let's see how Rampart answers this. This shootout is just underway.
Now, I doubt that we're going to see the onside kick, but it wouldn't be completely out of the realm of possibility at this juncture in the ball game. And Monarch is kind of making some efforts, looks like, to maybe go onside with this thing.
Better than 3 yards.
And they do.
And it's covered.
It's covered by the Rams.
Number 32 up on the hands team, that's Peter Jensen, the senior, not waiting for the ball to come to the 10 yards necessary, pounding on it at the 45, and that's where Rampart starts with great field position, the Monarch 49.
Jensen really had the advantage there. The Coyotes had to lay off that until it went the requisite 10 yards before they could pounce on it and recover it for their own possession, and that allowed Jensen to kind of scoop that up. And as long as he doesn't bounce it around anywhere, Rampart maintains possession.
More than 3 touchdowns for Sparks today. Quick hitter out here to Levander Seegers. Breaks a tackle inside the 40, inside the 35, and ridden out at the 32-yard line. Levander Seegers on just a wide receiver quick hitch.
Quick hitch.
Not even a screen.
No, it wasn't a screen, just twin set and throw the ball on a hitch to the inside man and twins. Let him run. That's not a bad play. Anytime you can get the ball into the hands of number 1 there, that's it doesn't take a genius to figure out that that's probably going to be a good thing for you.
Seegers with a couple of touchdowns
today. Draw play.
Jago with the carry. Down close, pick up a 3. Down close to the 30-yard line. So many weapons for this Rampart team.
Exactly. As I said earlier in the ball game, or at the start of the ball game, I think this is a better overall team than the team that won it in '98, because they do have more weapons. They have more weapons in the offensive backfield and at tight end than they did in '98.
Give to Ronzon straight up the middle. The big fullback's inside the 25. They're going to spot him down at the 25. Pick up a 5.
Ronzon's one of those weapons. Really, in '98, looking back, I'm sure the Rampart people could remember who the fullback was for Rampart in '98, but having played against him in '98, I can't really. It just wasn't one of those extra dimensions that they had. That was a Dexter Wynn team and Eric Greenberg at quarterback. They were certainly adequate on offense, but this is just a much deeper, more talented team.
And here's a pitch to Jago around the left side. He's met at the 24. Second effort gets him down to the 23, and that's going to be close. That might be a first down for Jordan Jago. And we've got a timeout called by Monarch. They slipped the ball back a little bit closer to the 24. We have a timeout on the field, and it's called by Monarch. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 1 Let's go ahead and take a break while we've got a timeout on the field. You're watching the 4A playoffs on Adelphia Channel 4.
Adelphia has big-time premium entertainment all month long. On HBO, Academy Award winner Kevin Spacey experiences a midlife epiphany, American Beauty. On Showtime, 4 Colorado types try to save the world, South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. On Cinemax, Brad Pitt and Ed Norton brawl it out, Fight Club. TNC digs up new ways to earn straight A's, Dead Man on Campus. With hot movies like these, Adelphia's got everything you're looking for. Call today.
Welcome back to District 20 Stadium, a classic slugfest between Rampart, 4th and 1. Give to Ronzon up the middle, and it looks like he got down to the 23, which was enough to get the first down. We'll wait and see where they mark the ball.
Monarch sure thinks they've got him stopped, but I'm not so sure.
Got it stopped. And they've signaled it. They did stop him. I thought he got enough with the forward progress, but they didn't give it to him. Trying to run their big fullback. And trailing by just 7, taking over at the 23-yard line. Pitch to Sparks. He's around the left side across the 30. Taken down at the 31-yard line. Out there on the tackle is Steve Chapman, the safety. You definitely don't want your safety making the tackle on this kid.
Well, if the safety's making the tackle, it's because he's gained some yardage on you, and that's a bad thing for Rampart at this point.
Pick up of 8. Monarch on the move. Arlington back, throws down the sidelines. Grubich goes up into double coverage. Marcus Henderson with the coverage knocks it away. Good play defensively. Had help there by Robinson. Pat Robinson, number 27 for the Rams, also in on the play. Under 6 minutes. We're probably closing about 5 minutes left here in the game. It's going to be 3 after the incompletion. And they give up the middle to Peterson, and he breaks a big one. He's across the 40 out to midfield where he's tripped up. They're going to spot him just across midfield, but that's going to be enough for a first down. 18-yard pickup by Peterson, the big fullback. Big run out to midfield. 1st and 10. Monarch got it rolling. 3:59 left in the game. Here's Sparks around the left side, cuts it up inside the 45 down to the 44, pickup of 5. Sparks the workhorse with 4 touchdowns today. All 4 of the touchdowns scored by the Coyotes. And here's Peterson breaking loose and down to the 31-yard line. Brought down there by Levander Seegers. Steve Chapman with an assist on the tackle. But that's a pickup of 15. And another first down.
Well, Rampart needs to bow their necks and make something happen defensively here. Make a big stop. Put an end to this thing.
Momentum is definitely wearing that Monarch helmet right now. Sparks off the right-hand side, breaking through. Down to about the 20-yard line. Pickup of 10.
Touchdown saving tackle there by number 2, Chapman.
And on a roll. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. We're approaching 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter of this one. Monarch looking to tie and possibly go ahead. The score is 36-29.
I think Mitchell Rampart jumped off sides there. Monarch went in short motion, and somebody on the Rampart front thought that was going to be the
Dead
snap.
ball, encroachment.
So Rampart gives them 5 yards.
Making it a 1st and 5, and with the momentum they've got right now, you definitely want to keep your kids.
That's right. They're doing well enough on their own without giving them some.
Yeah. That deep stack I formation. Sparks off the right side down to the 11. Going to bring up a 2nd and 1. Big stand here for Rampart. Closing minutes of the 4th quarter. They're up by 7, but their lead is in definite jeopardy. Sparks again, he's across the 10, has the 1st down. They're going to spot him about the 8-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play. Inside 2 minutes in this one, ladies and gentlemen. We've had some exciting games all year long, and this one is one of them.
This one is sure going to be one of them.
Arlington under center.
There's a big defensive play.
Big tackle in the backfield. Knifing through there is number 9, Chaz Clay. One of the few times we've called his name today. Outside defensive end position. Big tackle back at the 9, loss of a yard.
Rampart can afford to give up a field goal, really can't afford to give up a touchdown, no.
Clock is rolling. Peterson up the middle, carries down to the 6-yard line, gain of 3.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 6, and this is most definitely with down by 7. Monarch is in 4-down territory here. They will go for the touchdown on 4th down, not kick the field goal.
Ball at the 6-yard line. Pitch back to Sparks.
And he's going to be
down
just short.
Just short.
Penalty on the play, though. Let's see what this is. It's against Rampart.
Very interesting. The ball rests at the 1-yard line with the penalty.
Well, that was on the basis of the play. Let's see what the penalty is, and I wouldn't be surprised if Monarch declines a penalty here. There's another one of those, what we normally would think of as a block below the waist.
On the defense.
On the defense. That's twice today we've seen that.
Well, they had a 1st and
defense.
They had a 1st and goal at the 8. This should bring up about 3rd down after the penalty at the 1.
This is 4th down. Should be 4th down. And he scores.
Sparks in for his 5th touchdown of the game from 1 yard out. And that draws it to 36-35.
Huge extra point right here. And I'm sure Monarch will go ahead and elect to kick this to tie this up, looking at an overtime situation as opposed to going for the win and the 2-point conversion, since you do have the overtime possibility.
12 plays.
No, they're going to go for 2.
They're going to go for 2 in the win. Peterson in motion.
And
they call timeout. They were looking to draw Rampart offsides with that same play.
Yeah, and shorten the
distance.
The distance to 1.5 yards instead of 3.
But Rampart was disciplined and stayed onside. 12 plays, 76 yards for the touchdown. Number 5 on the day. Definitely running with Levander Seegers for Rampart for player of the game is Sparks. Let's see if he can lead his team to victory with 49 seconds left.
Absolutely, those two have been the shining stars of both their teams here. The other possibility might be for Monarch Grubich. He's had a big game on both sides of the ball. He's tight end and linebacker positions, but anytime you get somebody that's run for close to 200 yards and 5 touchdowns, I think you got to look at that as player of the game for his team. Huge extra point. I still think they're going to go for the 2 here.
Seegers and Henderson would be the candidates for the Rams, each with a couple touchdowns today. And it does look like they're going for 2. This could be the season for either team.
Either team right here, and he's in the end zone, and that'll put him ahead.
37-36 with about 45 seconds left. Monarch takes the lead with under a minute left. 49 seconds, there you see it. And the Monarch faithful screaming in the stands on the far side. We can hear it here in the press box.
Making a lot of noise, and there's not that many of them. They're very happy.
Let's go to the replay on the touchdown. That 1-yard run for Sparks in that deep stack eye where he starts about 9 yards behind the quarterback. And just following student body right. Leaps over the initial line of scrimmage. Now Rampart's got to come up with something big. You know they're going to see a squib kick to get the clock started.
Right. To get the ball maybe in the hands of somebody that's not used to returning the thing. Probably looking to kick the ball away from Levander Seegers. But Rampart needs to come up with something big right now.
Tyler Sparks, what a game. 5 touchdowns, the 2-point conversion, close to 200 yards on the ground, 83 in the first half, and he's had a better second half than he has a first half, so I'm sure he's well over 200 yards. But it comes down to this. And they kick it deep. Giving a chance for a return. Here's Jordan Jago from the goal line. Out across the 15, out to the 20-yard line. Rampart's going to have about 40 seconds. 44 to be exact. 1st and 10 from the 20. We've seen so many big players make big plays for teams throughout the year.
And Rampart certainly needs to have one of their big-time players step up and make one right now if they hope to exist next week. Double pass. This could be one right now. He's got an open receiver.
That's Mark Slack on the receiving end, out of bounds at the Monarch 40-yard line. The pitch out to Levander Seegers, and then his throw downfield. Mark Slack wide open. That play encompasses 40 yards and takes just 9 seconds, Kurt. 35 seconds, and you're at the 39-yard line.
Now keep in mind, they don't need a touchdown, and I do think they've got a decent enough field goal kicker. They just need to work it down a little bit closer.
Oh, how things can turn. Levander Seegers making the plays. Gibson back, throws out to the sideline, over the head. Intended receiver was Seegers, but that cost him a play, but no time off, or not much time off the clock. At the 39 right now, you figure they pick up another 19, 20 yards with 31 seconds left. Gives their field goal kicker a chance.
I think so.
Mark Slack, what a big catch. Let's see if they can make it pay. Gibson back, throwing down the right side, and again over the head at the 30-yard line. Looks like Jamal Lewis was his intended receiver, the big tight end. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Big 3rd and 10 from the 39-yard line. Gibson back.
Pump fake.
Looks down this left sideline.
Oh, he's got a receiver.
Oh, and just overthrows number 87. Just over the outstretched hands of Matt DeFleece, who we saw make that great catch earlier. And the season, ladies and gentlemen, for Rampart comes down to this. It's 4th and 10.
They need at least 10 yards to keep their season alive. I know they'd like to score, but most importantly, they need to maintain possession. They've got 20 seconds. It's 4th and 10. They need to pick up at least 10 yards to maintain possession and keep their hopes alive.
Get the first down, get up on the ball, spike it, and get a new set of downs. But it comes down to this.
Left. Yeah, that's
incomplete. intended receiver was Levander Seegers down about the 25-yard line. And Monarch has come in as a number 4 seed. Oh, we might have a penalty on the play.
Everybody's looking around like, we do have a penalty, I think.
There's the flag. That's
is it
45.
on the defense?
Let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
Defense.
Huge penalty. Automatic first down.
Big play. There you see it, 15 seconds. That's 15 yards.
15 yards and, more importantly, the first down. So Rampart's able to maintain possession. Now only 15 seconds to play, but that's time to take another shot or two, hopefully pick up some yards, and maybe be able to set up that winning field goal. This one is not done yet.
At the 23-yard line, it would be a 40-yard kick. Adelphia brings excitement to the life of each and every subscriber, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get more exciting.
It doesn't get any better than this, I can tell you that, and we have been so fortunate all year to have great games, regardless of who was playing, and this is certainly another one of them.
Gibson under center.
Fake the draw,
Fake.
Screen
Okay. Over the head to Ronzone. Saw that there was going to be no way to make it, might be a loss of yardage, so he just throws it over his head. 2nd and 10, 10 seconds left at the 23-yard line.
Now you need to be careful. If you throw and catch the thing, you need to either be sure that it gets out of bounds or you score, because if you don't get out of bounds, you might run out the clock yourself here.
Has Rampart used all their timeouts?
No, and I don't believe they have.
They may have timeouts left.
It's one of those things I didn't keep track of again, and we've talked about that all year too.
I'm looking for
in around to Seegers.
There it is.
He's going to throw.
Pass. Downfield and open.
Knocked away.
Knocked away.
All right, now how much time is left? Have they got the chance to kick the field goal? 3 seconds, dead clock.
This is going to be a 40-yard field goal for the game. Levander Seegers throwing down there for, looked to be Jamal Lewis.
Are they going to try a field goal? Do they have enough faith in their kicker's leg to get it that far?
Scott Johnson, Josh Martinez back in coverage, knocking that last pass down. 3 seconds on the clock. 37-36, Monarch.
They're lining up a field goal. This is just going to be
spotting. The spot is the 30-yard line from the right
at
hash.
The 30, so this will be a 40-yard kick. Monarch takes a timeout to try to ice the kicker. On a day like today, I don't think you need to ice much of anything.
And there you see it all. 3 seconds left. Monarch up by a point. Quarter-final action here in 4A. Brought to you proudly by Adelphia Cable. I'm Barry Reed. Kirk Sullivan by my side. Sandra Mann down on the field. And if we had to pick a player of the game for each team, we talked about it a little bit ago. Levander Seegers with the huge pass.
Well, the big pass on the double pass there out of Twins. I think Levander Seegers is Rampart's player of the game. I don't think there's any question about Sparks for the Coyotes here. However, if who's kicking this thing here?
I think it's Levander Seegers.
I think it's number 17.
Is it 17?
I believe so.
We'll see when they line it up. They've been Adam Fowler.
Is this Fowler or is this
sophomore? Oh, that looks like Seeger. No, that is Fowler.
If Adam Fowler knocks this through, he may get player of the game just on the strength of one play, and it's up. It's long. It's good! Oh my goodness!
Time runs out.
What a man!
Your player of the game has got to be number 17, Adam Fowler.
Boy,
it's a game-winning kick.
A 40-yard field goal by a high school kid is one thing. A 40-yard field goal to put your team in the semifinals of the state playoffs with no time left is something else. What a great effort there. Unbelievable.
Sandra, get number 17, Adam Fowler, the field goal kicker. 17, please. Oh, wow, what a kick. 40 yards on a cold day. The ball is hard. The traction is not very good. He steps up and pounds it through, sending Rampart to the semifinals.
Oh, my goodness.
What an exciting game, ladies and gentlemen. We're both here just in awe of the performance. Down 3 touchdowns. Adam Fowler with the great kick. Adam Fowler from 40 yards.
There's number 18, Nathan Gibson, the Rams quarterback. You saw him kneeling on the sidelines, couldn't bear to watch the field goal, thought that he was probably playing his last game of the year. He's only a junior, but he thought that, my goodness, this is it. This is, a 40-yard field goal. This is asking a whole lot. And just the relief and the jubilation of watching his buddy kick one through from 40.
Coming back from 3 touchdowns like Monarch did to have the lead, only to allow a big double pass play, and then the big roughing the passer penalty on 4th down.
That was huge to maintain the possession.
Rampart allowing that attempt from 40 yards. There wasn't a yard gained by Rampart after that penalty.
No.
That penalty set the ball at the 23 for Adam Fowler, who kicked a 40-yard field goal in conditions only a Penguin could enjoy.
Well, I can tell you this, that Coach Serco is living right to get that one to go his way at the very end there, and I'm very happy for Coach Serco and some of my other buddies on the coaching staff there, Coach Wibbles, Coach Starsecki, and the rest of the Ram coaching staff and the Rams players. What a great win that was.
You saw the teams meeting at half field. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Adam Fowler with our Sandra Mann down on the field. Sandra, take it. It looks like we're rounding up Adam. Don't have him quite yet. You see the field. Turn of emotions. High school for these kids. The seniors for Monarch, their first class of seniors. They get deep. They get deep in the playoffs, get to the quarterfinals. Brand new school, much like Pine Creek last night, only to lose on a heartbreaker on a remarkable kick for high school. Kirk is working on statistics now, trying to total things up, but the total that matters, 39-37, Rampart. Watching the teams leave the field, it's going to be a long, heartbreaking ride home for Monarch tonight, back to the Boulder area. Last week on icy roads, it took them an hour to go 3 miles from the stadium back to their school. Tonight, it's going to be a slightly longer ride with heavy hearts. We're hoping to catch up with the man of the hour, Adam Fowler. Folks, what a game. You can catch the replay of this game a couple times on Channel 4 on Adelphia, the 4A playoffs on Adelphia 4. Oh, man, we've brought you some great games, and I appreciate Adelphia giving me this chance. Just a fantastic season. The freshman kicks the winner.
Oh, you're kidding me. He's a freshman on top of that? Oh, that's even better. Of course, sometimes freshmen, haven't been in this stuff very long. They don't know this is supposed to be a pressure situation. And they don't know another deal here. It doesn't make any difference.
Do you really believe that, partner?
Well, that was something. That was something.
Man.
As I said, I've been around high school football for an awful long time. Rarely do you see a 40-yard field goal anyway. Then you've got the weather conditions with the hard field and the not very good footing and all that. On top of 3 seconds to play. Your team lives or dies literally on whether you kick this thing through, and he steps up and nails that thing. And he had plenty to that. That would have been good by 45, maybe even 50. He booted that one. But that's something else.
Nick Circo loves his freshmen.
Kids, he's a taskmaster with them, but I guarantee you, there's nobody that loves his kids more than Coach Circo. And this was a huge, huge win for Rampart. They always say in the state playoffs that if you're going to be a state champion, you probably win one that maybe you shouldn't, and that's certainly maybe the case here today. Rampart looked like three end up winning the thing anyway. So, for the Final Four of the state playoffs next weekend, Thanksgiving weekend. Don't know who they're going to play yet, whether it's Loveland or Grand Junction Central, but they're still alive.
And with Mitchell, we hear, losing on the western slope, that leaves Rampart as the lone 4A. Our Sandra Mann is being approached by Adam Fowler, the man of the hour. As soon as we have him, we will throw it down to the field, and Sandra Mann. Speechless, folks. I've been talking all day. Let's go to Sandra on the field right now with Adam Fowler, the man who made the big kick.
Yamasaki, you just kicked the biggest field goal that you've ever had in your life.
Yes, I did. I mean, it's still a dream. I can't believe that I actually had the opportunity and made it. So.
Are you a freshman?
No, I'm a junior. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, was this one of the longest ones you've ever kicked?
No, like, I mean, I kick these all the time at practice, and like they try to put pressure on me with conditioning, but you know that's not real pressure because the guys will be mad at me for a couple minutes, but man, I mean, this was all the seniors gonna be last game if I didn't make it, so it was huge.
What were you thinking when it looked like you were going to have to go out there?
Oh, I knew I was going to be out. I know everyone has confidence in me, so I knew that they were going to put me out there. But my mood, I was dazed. I mean, I couldn't imagine that I was getting the opportunity. I don't know.
Did you think it had the distance standing down here? It looked like it was not quite going to be quite long enough.
Yeah. I didn't kick it all that great because it was. I mean, it went through, and then I just headed for center field and tried to stay alive under the dog pile. So.
Okay, on to the next game, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is this the kind of game? This is the kind of game you want to play as a kicker. You want to win a game.
Yes, sir. Definitely. I mean, this is every kicker's dream, lifetime goal, everything. So I mean, I'm just still dazed. I thank the Lord that He gave me the foot.
Did the ball feel like a rock when you kicked it, though?
They're not that bad. I mean, because my foot's numb, so it felt good. So. It felt good. Yeah.
Well, you got the game ball. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All
thank you.
Go in next week.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good job, baby. Good job.
And we see an emotional reunion here between mother and son. What a wonderful way to end the game. There he is. He's the hero. Hey, Mom, how you feeling about this?
I just love him to death.
Next week, then. Let's go Rampart. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Sandra Mann. The man of the hour, the man with the game ball. Levander Seegers and Marcus Henderson do most of the work, and it comes down to the kicker. You've got to love that, but that proves that high school football and football at any level are performing their best at all time.
Absolutely, and that just also shows you why sports is part of the high school program as well. Kids have learned things today about teamwork and togetherness and fortitude and all those life lessons that really you're not going to find anywhere outside of a athletic field. You're not going to find those, excuse me, in a classroom. That's why athletics is part of the high school curriculum, if you will, and
there's going to be some good celebrating tonight in the entire District 20 community of Rampart High School. As they move on, Kirk is working on some final tallies for the different players in the game. Let's stay on the field and just watch the celebration as the students have piled onto the field. The teams are trying to make their way back to the buses, but friends and family, you've got to give it up to Monarch, who valiant effort, down 3 touchdowns early. At one point it was 29-7, never quit. Rampart comes out and makes a statement with the first drive of the third quarter, taking it down to score to give them their big lead. And Monarch comes right back and gets down, actually takes the lead 37-30. only to watch Rampart come all the way back down the field. The Ram getting a big hug. You know you've got to love it. The Rams not wanting to leave the field from this exciting one. And there you have times during the week on Adelphia Channel 4. We thank you for viewing this big weekend of high school football that we've brought you. We're glad to have brought it to you. We'll look to talk to you next week from the next round of the playoffs. Stay tuned and be aware. For Kirk Sullivan, for Sandra Mann, for the entire Team Colorado crew and Adelphia Cable, I'm Barry Reed. Good night.